Messages emerging from the U.S.-Iran dialogue in Geneva are sounding more like mutual warnings than signs of compromise. Washington shows no intention of concession, while Tehran signals it will not back down. Although diplomatic discussions continue, heightened military activity in the region points to rising tensions. The Strait of Hormuz has become the focal point of a new strategic landscape. Reports indicate a limited window for decisions has been given to both sides. Will the process lead to an agreement or mark the starting point of a fresh confrontation? U.S.-Iran talks in Geneva have exposed the depth of the divide rather than narrowing it. Iran talks of limited understanding under guiding principles, but Washington's core demand remains unchanged, a full halt to Tehran's nuclear program. U.S. Vice President Caroline Leavitt emphasized that the White House strategy aims not at compromise, but at ensuring Iran takes a step back. Leavitt hinted that former President Trump might say diplomacy has ended, signaling that military options remain on the table. On the other side, Iran's rhetoric has not softened. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei warned that American aircraft carriers could be targeted with weapons capable of sending them to the bottom of the sea. The back-and-forth messages show that escalation remains a possibility alongside diplomacy. Military activity in the Middle East is also intensifying. The U.S. is deploying carrier groups to the region, applying pressure to force Tehran toward concessions while reassuring Israel and Gulf allies of their security. Iran is responding collectively, participating with Chinese and Russian naval forces in the Maritime Security Belt 2026 exercise near the Strait of Hormuz. This maneuver highlights Iran's strategic influence, as even temporary closures of the strait could directly affect global energy markets. Meanwhile, U.S. reconnaissance flights have increased, suggesting preparedness for possible military responses. U.S. could employ limited strikes, stricter sanctions, and coordinated pressure with regional allies. According to The Telegraph, initial agreements were reached on some issues in Geneva, with Washington reportedly giving Tehran 2 weeks to address gaps, including detailed proposals on sanctions. The U.S. expects Tehran to return with concrete, actionable offers. The dialogue remains delicate, a balancing act between diplomatic negotiation and strategic posturing, with global attention focused on whether these talks will prevent escalation or may the way for a potential conflict in the Gulf.